my feelings right now. It's I texted Glumpuddle the other day and said um, if we had released an April Fool's joke, if I had written up a story of an April Fool's joke saying, okay, we're gonna have seven swords of the seven lords be part of the story, and you have to bring those to Aslan's feet to avoid this an unfathomable fate, and oh yes, the White Witch is in the Dark Island, and we have to defeat her. It's and if I'd come up with that story, eh, then Glumpuddle and Fantasia Kitty and the rest probably would have said that's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. No one will fall for it. It's a lame April Fool's joke because it's too obvious. I was having a discussion with Michael Ward today, and he and I kind of are at a loss of, oh my goodness, our favorite book is. We feel like it's. I feel like it's. I feel like I've lost it. I feel like it's not even doesn't even resemble the book anymore. I think the uh, having the White Witch there. One thing you could talk about it how it's lame and cheesy. Um, I think I've uh, Bookworm on the forum was having a was saying how he doesn't even know if he wants the film to succeed. If it's going to be this bad, he wants it to tank. And I'm kind of thinking, you know, why even try to make the film if you're why even try to make it if it's not going to resemble it? Are you just using it? It's very hard for me to see what's really going on here. A lot of the comments that we're getting are pretty positive. People say, "Oh, this is really good." You know, people who haven't read the book are saying, "Hey, this looks like a good movie. It'll be a good Christmas fantasy film." People who have read the book and have seen some of the footage are saying, "Hey, this looks like it'll really do, like they're doing a good job." And I'm thinking, how is this possible? Now, granted, there's a lot of things that it looks like they're doing right. Um, I had a lot of issues in Prince Caspian with some of the character development, primarily Peter, some with Caspian, yes, Susan. I don't need to say more. And maybe a bit about Aslan. But Prince, excuse me, Prince Caspian. I I felt pretty good about the story. I mean, yes, it was changed here and there, but we knew that was going to happen. Whereas here, the characters seem largely intact, and that's a good thing. It seems like Reepicheep's going to be done very well. Eustace, I'm honestly very much looking forward to seeing how they do Eustace. I think that's going to be a really great part of the film. Sounds like they nailed it. And yeah, there might be issues here and there with Caspian or Edmund, but they seem minor, trivial. And the storyline, I just don't get it. I don't get what they're doing. It seems like the first half of the film sounds really good, up until really Koryakin's Island. It Up until that point, it sounds like a pretty good film, and then we have some really cheesy dialogue with Koryakin. You have to find the the beware of the darkness within yourself. You must defeat the corruption within yourself first. um, I don't know if I'm allergic to this. Maybe this is affecting my health. I don't know, but I I don't even know if I really want. Um, I'm torn. I'm hoping against hope that this is still a good film through and through. Sounds like the first half is a pretty good film. I'm hoping that it's a good film through and through, but I'm at the point now where I'm thinking, okay, if it is this different, I don't see how it can be a good film. I don't know if I even want it to succeed. I don't even know if I want to say, well, yes, it betrayed the book, but it worked on its own. There's a part of me that would rather have it not succeed at all. To just fail than to uh, actually take be so divorced from the book. I feel there's so much they're missing here. For one thing, now some people are saying, okay, it's an adventure story. They say, yes, yay! It's not a. They're not fighting for the against the biggest doom of their time. They're fighting. It's just this adventure story. It's a fairy tale adventure story. I'm thinking, great, yes, that's what Voyage of the Dawn Treader is. It's a seafaring adventure. But then why throw in all this stuff? It seems like it has quite a bit of a presence there. I'm thinking, it just doesn't seem. I don't understand. It seems like it's not fitting. like it, like they are taking it away from the themes of discovery and discovery about yes yourself, but Aslan, uh, a noble quest to right a wrong that was done by your uncle, not to, save Narnia, fight for survival. Um, they're risking life and limb to get closer to Aslan's country because that's a very glorious thing, and it's not glorious because it would give them glory. It's glorious because of who Aslan is. Aslan is the center. Aslan is the focus of Eustace's redemption. He's the focus of Lucy understanding who she is supposed to be. He's the focus of Caspian understanding his purpose in having to return and go and be king of Narnia. And of course, he fills in the entire. Uh, he is completely filling Reapy Cheap's vision, and it sounds like that part might be true, but in the film. But it's hard for me to even want to enjoy this film at this point. I think there's some things I'll enjoy. I think I'll enjoy a lot of the character development and some of the sets and things look great. I love the look of the Lone Island so far. I love the look of Deathwater. We just got a new photo. Um, but at this point, uh, I am, I would be expecting it to be a mostly bad film, more negative than positive. Caspian had its problems. Well, there was the Wardrobe had its problems too. Some of them significant. But the good outshine the bad. Here, I'm kind of expecting the bad to outshine the good, except that everyone is saying, "Hey, this looks like a really great film." I'm just kind of going, well, okay, then maybe this stuff isn't coming across as cheesy and lame and ridiculous and oh, very Hollywood. They say it feels more British, and I guess that's kind of a good thing. But I will be honest, I am no longer looking forward to seeing this film the most at this point. I am more looking forward to seeing Colin Firth's new film, The King's Speech, over this one. And I think in many ways I might even enjoy Harry Potter more than this one. And I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I don't own a single one of the books. I own the first one. I gave it away. I'm. It's hard for me to be so enthusiastic at this point. This is probably depressing for anyone to watch this. But I think that when Peter Jackson made the Lord of the Rings, he had this understanding of not through strength of arms. That is, not through strength of arms is where the victory will come. It will not come through strength of arms. It will come through the courage and the sacrifice and the humility of the two hobbits. And I think that, Frodo and Sam, and I think that I'm thinking here, wow, this is something that actually is pretty key to the Chronicles. In Line was the Wardrobe, I think it was kind of lost. You had the battle being more emphasized, but they still kind of had, yes, you need Aslan's resurrection. You had but even then, it was kind of a tactical move, as opposed to understanding that in the book, you understand when he rose from the dead, the witch had already lost. And you have the same kind of thing in movies, some problems similar in Prince Caspian, but I'm realizing also, as Bookworm pointed out too on the forums, this diminishes the power of Aslan for the witch to come back. And now it's like, okay, Aslan needs the children to bring the seven swords to him, and there is such a great understanding in the book, whether it was Eustace being a dragon, whether it was the uh, case with the Dark Island where the albatross comes. In every single one of those cases, the understanding was they did not do this. They did not do this. And Aslan was the focus. And I fear that's being lost. I'll probably do some more, maybe record some more, maybe as some more blogs come out. Until now, this is Rillian, signing off.